Like a lot of people we've covered on this show, Rocky is a very complex and complicated person to talk about. And we'll get into that. But first, I feel like Rocky is another one of those guys where his time in WWF has dominated his entire story. Like, basically, the coverage out there on Rocky is nothing happened. He won the tag team titles. Now let's talk about The Rock for 45 minutes. So, aside from passing his God tier genetics to The Rock, give us a reason why people should care about Rocky Johnson.
Well, we'll get into it when we get into it. But yes, what you said, a very complicated person to talk about, especially for me, because I have a personal story about the man. And I think The Rock even has a complicated history with his father. I think that's pretty well documented enough that they've butted heads over the years. But when it came to, territory guys, there wasn't a territory that he didn't go to that he wasn't one of the biggest deals in. Like, as soon as he came in, it was immediate, like, this is a star in our territory. There's so many old posters where Rocky Johnson is listed as the main event, one of the main attractions on any card across the country. It doesn't matter if it's Memphis, Tennessee, Los Angeles, California, Portland, Oregon, Charlotte, North Carolina, Tampa. It makes no difference. Rocky Johnson, everywhere across the country, was always regarded as a main event top guy and traveled from territory to territory to territory. So as far as his wrestling career, a perennial main eventer throughout the entire territories area. That's, I think, probably the best way to look at it. And people like to use the word, groundbreaker as far as the first black champion in WWF, the tag team champions with him and Tony Atlas, is a benchmark in history that gets thrown around and discussed multiple times over. So that's pretty much his legacy as far as my mind in the ring.